We are. Yeah, buddy. Old Heads, episode 56. How y'all doing out there? We back at it again. Saturday night, man, bringing you guys another great show. Of course, we're going to be talking about the finals. Chris Paul, this young brother, might be retiring if he is released from what I'm hearing. So, hey, we're going to talk about all that good stuff. But I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. I'm going to go ahead and let these brothers introduce themselves. And, man, we're going to kick it off and have another great show Saturday night. Old Heads, episode 56.
Boy, Bills, man, old head, get with us.
Yes, sir.
And OG, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honeypack himself.
Oh, wow. 100 pack, Saturday night. Ladies, you better watch out. Y'all gonna be walking like this in the morning.
The honey pack.
Gonna be walking like this in the morning, going to the store. I done seen them, bro, in the breakfast sausage house Sunday mornings. They just sitting there, all of them just sitting there walking. He got you too. He was on that. Yeah, he was on that honey. He was on that honey pack.
It's a real thing. Huh?
It's a real thing, man. It's an epidemic.
Y'all brothers safe it up out there.
Oh, shit. But we gonna go ahead and kick it off, man. I wanted to talk about Shannon Sharpe, man. Doesn't sound like he will be leaving the morning show with him and Skip Bayless. How'd you brothers feel about that, man? You think it's a good move for Shannon?
I mean, it seemed like it's about time if you think so. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you want to do in that business. You know what I'm saying? One door closed, another one open for a dude like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations for getting your foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job. You know what I'm saying? At the time that he did spend here. You know what I'm saying? Without knowing the story or nothing like that, they need to write a book one day, or then have a movie about it or something. Because we don't know any of these specifics as far as Steve A. Smith, as far as Shannon. We don't know a whole bunch of whatever because they keep it professional and they should.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
On the real. But yeah, man.
That would be a great 30 for 30.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be a great 30
shit
for
like
30.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's about time for everybody to move on, man. They ran this course. They actually been on the F for a long time together.
Yeah, I agree. How you feel, Hendo?
I feel like it's due time. I feel like the show ran its course. There's only so many reactions you can get out of a person. I think they've got the full spectrum of all the reactions that they wanted to get. I mean, I feel like Shannon's worked up his platform good enough right now to where he can move on and do something. I know his podcast is doing very well too. You know, so I know he has no problem moving forward. You know, it's just who would pick him up or if they would pick him up. But like I said, he has so many other factors off of this. He's good.
I might be wrong, but I think he ain't doing that show. I think that show is a part of the stuff. I might be wrong about that, but I read somewhere that he may not have that show still.
Even then, if he wanted to go sideline and start his own shit, he can still. He has a big enough platform right now. His followers, you know, went from just being like maybe 20, 50,000 when he first started to over that. You know, people know. You know, he's a household name almost. Yeah. Everybody talking about him.
Yeah, everybody know about Shannon.
But right. And then he popping up at the games. You kind of forced to see him, and then you know what I'm saying. So he, you know, he's worked up his, you know, credit very high, so he should be good. Yeah. It was about due time though. Like I said, you can only get so many reactions out of a person. So
I agree, man.
How you feel about
it? Man, you know, I'm a big Shannon fan, man. I think I pretty much agree. I think he kind of ran his course. I think you kind of saw the personal stuff starting to spill over. You know what I'm saying? As far as on camera. So I mean, there's some things you just can't fake. You know what I'm saying? When you with somebody every day, and I think it was just time.
He said you're taking personal shots, Skip.
Yeah. It's like that, Skip.
But sometimes like I be feeling Skip, but I be feeling Shannon too, because at the same time, Skip do be taking personal shots. He gonna sit here and tell this man that he was just an overall better player than him. And you look at, you know, Tom Brady's physique, and he looks like, you know what I'm saying, he looks like a dad. He has a dad, like he don't really work out. He's in shape, don't get me wrong. But Shannon Sharpe, he take his shirt off, this motherfucker's cut. Yeah. Like, this motherfucker look like Karl Malone now. He's beat like this motherfucker still out here probably putting up 250 on the reps 20 times type shit for every morning type shit. He still hit. Like there's a difference. And as far as like being a better athlete, it would always have to go to Shannon. But having a more productive, better career, you know what direction we got to go in on that.
I agree.
But he shot at Buddy.
Yeah,
he's a better player than you. He said, Skip, you taking personal shots at me. You taking personal shots. Every time we get to talking about backs, you take personal shots at me, Skip. I don't know what's going on. It's like you're angry at me, Skip. Nah, he had me in tears.
Hot. I know somebody who ain't hot. Monty Williams. Man, Monty Williams.
The first coach to get the bag.
Good bag.
The bag.
He got
He deserved that money, man, for the way he got tossed out of Phoenix to me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the second it was over with for them, they had to point the finger at somebody.
He getting paid more than the starters getting paid.
You know, but if Detroit, he in Detroit.
13.
But yeah, 13 million,
right?
13 million a year for money with Detroit next year.
That's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying? For 6 years.
Man,
But yeah, man,
That's
like,
it's
crazy.
tough.
that was
I
my
really
fault
ain't.
for Phoenix. That's all I know.
I really like Monty as a head coach, don't get me wrong. But it's going to be hard for me to pay you that many millions and all you did was make it to the finals. I'm not going to say that's all you
That's
did.
everything.
I'm not going to say that's all
When
you
the
did.
last time the Detroit
But
Pistons made it to the finals?
this whole thing. Also look at the weapons he had at his disposal, and then look what the trades did to the weapons that he had and wanted the original team, Monty. So you have to imagine how big of the discuss Monty was probably this year for the Sun. He's like, God damn, because everybody he wanted had to go in order to get KD. He might have not necessarily wanted KD, but you know what I'm saying? To sacrifice a core team that you had right here that was already making it. I was already making it there.
That's my point. That's my point. So that's what he was about. You know what Monty was about.
Right.
And that's what he about to bring to Detroit.
With what pieces?
Culture. We gonna find them. Guess who got them there? Joe Dumars. I think between the two of them, I feel like they get the right guys that compete in the East.
Who the fuck can they get together to be? Because mind you, it has to be a handful of free agents. They're not busting no huge trades.
Yeah, not right now. I'm
They
not
got
saying
some good
this
young-
year.
I mean, but okay, so we
for 6
so we got 5 years. We got 5 years. Okay,
We got-
okay,
okay,
they got 5 years. Okay, the first year you just going to figure it out with what we got right now, Monty. That's what they tell them.
These young guys gonna be competitive.
Okay, we're gonna make
and
them
they gonna
better.
be in the play-in. I bet both of y'all right now $1 a piece.
But they gonna be playing for draft picks.
That's the whole thing. Though.
Coming down. They gonna get some draft picks. All right, they gonna
might be
year
this year.
two. They
They
gonna
might
have some
miss
draft
the
picks.
play-in
Year
and
two.
get a draft pick.
Year two, they gonna get the draft picks. They might be able to pull in some free agents because next year some different free agents. There's some people who can pull like Jordan Clarkson, but they gonna want some money, and you can do that right now. You can get some other pieces in there. But year three, you gotta be solidified. You gotta have the units you want, and you gotta have everybody going at optimum. That means everybody you work with the first year, they gotta be productive. Everybody you just pulled in, that the rookies you just drafted, you gotta have them producing. The free agents you picked up, they on the same page as you. Because by 5th year, you gotta be in competitions for a finals. If you not, you've wasted. You just paid this man $70-something million, almost 80 millions for just a mediocre time.
You got
That's all I'm
5
saying.
years. I got one word: tampering. That's what you need to do. You need to start talking to people behind closed doors. I'm trying to get Damian Lillard. I'm trying to get my man back that I had him. Who he in Brooklyn right now? Oh yeah, Bridges. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get
It's
Bridges.
gonna be Harden. It's gonna be Harden.
I'm
Bridges.
talking to people
Everybody.
whatever way I can. I get a Nextel, SkyTel, any way I can
It's gonna be
communicate.
him, Danny Green,
Yeah.
Harden, Kyrie. They gonna make their own team, huh?
Man, nah, if
I'm
I'm Monty Williams,
sleep. Tyler
I'm saying
Hero
if
gonna
I'm
be starting.
Monty Williams need to temple. That's how you, hey man, you gotta, hey man, everybody be doing it a little bit. Everybody do it a little bit.
Hell no, yo.
I mean, they do got Cunningham and a few other pieces.
Yeah.
Don't get it wrong.
I mean,
but
yeah, they got.
But it's gonna be really hard to make them.
They do have some good young pieces.
They do. I'm not dogging them.
And they're in the East.
Yeah, Caden Cunningham,
I don't
Jalen
care
Duren out of
Right.
what your team is.
But they're at the
without
bottom
a
in
coach,
the
you ain't
East.
shit. Look what Sacramento would be without Brown.
That's true.
Right.
So I'm saying.
But how long did
the
it take
right
for that
coach-
team to form?
1 year.
I was about to say, not long.
It took them 1 year.
And Monty Williams is a coach who's been to the finals too. So
Two
it's
for
not
me.
like what he's gonna do at the least is like certain coaches back in the day where it was like Scott Skiles was one of the early guys and almost Tom Thibodeau. They can take a team that doesn't look that great when you see them, but they can go and outperform people. They can work hard, do their job, and play discipline and stay in games.
You know who else? Not to cut you off. You know who else is a good coach that did that? It doesn't get enough credit. Rick Adams.
Rick Adams, yeah.
Portland Trailblazers.
He was straight.
Because you know why? Because they ain't win that shit.
That's true.
That's
He-
why
he
it's
wasn't
hard.
no
It's hard.
finals either, though.
You could be a great coach. You could be a
Yeah.
great coach with a shitty record.
Drexler.
Yeah.
You could be a great coach with a shitty record because sometimes your philosophy and your schemes isn't the issue. You can preach a perfect game, but talent don't show up, or injuries hit. I'm just saying it can happen. I've seen a lot of good. I've seen a lot of good
in
coaches.
Detroit. Some name is gonna go to Detroit, and we're gonna be like, oh, they may have a shot now. Maybe not a shot at the championship, but maybe a shot at the conference final or something.
Don't nobody want to go to Detroit.
That's what we all think now.
Yeah.
Watch how them boys play for the next 2 years. And I'm telling you, that third year, that fourth year,
Still,
it's
ain't
gonna
nobody
be some
wanna go to
name.
Detroit.
They were saying the same thing about Sacramento.
Because I said the same thing about the Bucks.
I mean, but
I said the same thing about the Bucks a very
but
long time
to that
ago,
credit, though-
and it happened. It took a while, but I got the receipts. We can call it the same. We all know White Mike.
But to the credit
We
of
call him-
Sacramento, they
I
built through
told
the draft.
him
though.
exactly.
They had 100.
I didn't
fucking,
say exactly
they had
the
100
players,
first
but
round
I said
picks.
exactly the caliber of players, exactly how many years it was gonna take, and it happened. I ain't even predict the championship. I just said they was gonna be competitive. You know what I'm saying? And guys were gonna want to come and play here.
Boy, talking greasy.
Man, yes, sir. Because
That
I'm
boy
telling you, that's how
talking
you
crazy.
build it up. But you need a coach because without the right scheme and somebody to believe in and somebody to listen to, without all that, Monty brings that. He brings that.
I mean, that's like I said, but you can, like I said, I've seen a lot of good coaches come into just a shitty organization. And I'm not saying Detroit's a
Very
shitty
true.
organization, as I don't know if they're ready to win right now, given what they got.
But
Because
see, you got two key pieces that ain't even on the floor. You got a GM and a coach
yep.
that's finna be in tune, bro. They want to win. You know what I'm saying? They want to win. These dudes together, man, I'm telling you, I got a lot of confidence in them because I just know the character dudes that they are. You get these dudes a job. A lot of times, these motherfuckers don't be in sync. The GM don't even talk to the coach.
I'm talking about what the Bulls had.
I'm talking about a lot of damn times.
Look at that.
A lot of
Never
damn
seen
times.
it.
Like, these dudes
Guard
about to
Paxson.
be in cahoots. They about to be figuring out, okay, what scheme you running, what guys would be best for that type of scheme, and then the GM is going to mess around and try to make what the coach, what he see, actually come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, watch out for them. I'm not going to be surprised if they're in the play-in next year.
No, I wouldn't be shocked.
I won't be surprised if they're the 6 or 7 seed, to be very honest, because the East ain't that dominant.
Man, we shall see.
We'll see when the teams shake up at the end of the year.
Yeah. One team that I don't think will be in the play-in next year is Phoenix Suns, and they recently, we heard initially that they were going to release Chris Paul. Now we're hearing it possibly might get traded. Hearing that possibly they might release him and then maybe re-sign him to a smaller deal or buyout, something of that nature. If he does get released, is he a top 5 point guard all time? Now, when I say point guard, I mean pure point guard.
Right.
I personally don't consider like Steph a point guard. I consider Steph a guard. That's just my opinion. I think people like guys like Steph, Damian Lillard, Allen Iverson, those are guards. You know what I'm saying? Trying to think of somebody else I can think
Joe
of.
Dumars.
Yeah, but Joe. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I mean, yeah, absolutely. But Joe, both pretty much
Nash.
played the 2 because
Yeah,
of
Joe.
Isaiah.
Yeah, Joe's a 2 guy.
Yeah, Joe played the 2
Joe
because of
don't
Isaiah. I mean, but yeah, he could play the one size, but yeah, but guys like that, I look at them as just guards. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put him in that category. But would you say he's a top 5 point guard if he's retired? Who wants to start?
I don't know about. He might be barely making it on my 5 or
And
number
if so,
6 like
who
that.
would be your 5 if he isn't?
A bunch of
Go
niggas.
for you too,
A
B.
bunch of niggas who ain't got no rings, like Steve Nash, AI.
No, I'm saying if you're a top 5 point guards.
That's what I'm saying. He might be barely sliding in 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I got like, I'll say a handful of other guys just ahead of him just because like
Oh, okay. I see
of what he did independently. But like I said, I probably put him at 5. He'd probably be coming in at 5 for me, probably.
all time.
Yeah, for me in just the point guard category, he probably in my top 5. Yeah, he probably be just sliding into 5. Because I got some other guys, like I said, I hold a little bit. I think equal if not better careers. But as far as like being the most consistent floor general, yeah.
I like that.
But it's hard for me to put him up there because A, he always injury prone, and B, he ain't won shit. And that's why it's hard for me. So
I'm trying to tell you, that's why guys like Isaiah Thomas is
right.
He can't make my top 5.
Right.
I forget why I even said it, but he ain't my top 5. It was Magic and I can't even think of who I was in there, but Steve Nash is a good one. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't win shit either, I guess.
Right, but as far as like running a team and somebody you could have faith in, he was like he could do that. And it, like we always, when we talk about point guards, we always got to talk about him and Nash because there was two niggas who ain't never won shit, but it was always in control of the court.
Well,
Like,
this is a tricky one. What about Rondo?
Rondo, I see. Early Rondo, maybe not so much. Late Rondo, yes. Rondo with the Celtics, maybe not so much. Rondo's with the Lakers, yes.
Okay. I thought you was saying
Rondo with the
first one.
Bulls, yes.
Yes.
Because I felt
Rondo with that Lake Show team, they really needed him. That second unit, they ain't have nobody that can control the fucking game. When LeBron James came, if you check when LeBron James was off the floor, it was horrible for that motherfucking team. Because Rondo wasn't playing like that whole year, whatever.
Yeah.
He came around that bubble time, and those numbers flipped on his head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rondo, man, old Rondo, and young Rondo really too. Because I seen him with 20 assist games. It wasn't like it was just a couple, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15
I think
assists.
early Rondo was battling the ego because everybody was talking about the big three, but they wasn't including Rondo. So he was kind of battling ego and like, I'm not going to say self-esteem, but like, damn, y'all ain't going to talk about me neither. You know, I've seen that effect with people, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of why Kyrie left Cleveland because even though Kyrie put the dagger in the game, all they highlighted was LeBron's block on Iguodala that whole game. They was putting the post up in locker rooms, not Kyrie hitting the three over everybody's eyes and doing a step back and catching Curry's ankles real quick and dipping and hitting the shot. None of that, just the block. But that type of shit will have a motherfucker envious sometimes, and I felt like that. He did a good job of reflecting that towards his game and not being envy, but just stepping his game up as a veteran player. And he came up to be probably one of the best veteran point guards I've ever seen. Rondo, he's on my list. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I have Chris Paul coming in like 5 or 6. It's tough.
Guy
It's
got a
tough.
ring
Yeah.
too, though. He only got one.
Fish?
But Jason Kidd ran the shit out the show. I mean, it was a show with this motherfucker when he was young. Don't put no talent around him. It's alley-oops and full court passes to the floor so you can run up and get it. And
Fisher on
do it.
your top 5?
Who?
Fisher. Derek Fisher. I know a lot of motherfuckers hold Derek Fisher in high regards. I'm just asking. It was a question.
He didn't run the show.
Okay, I feel that.
I'm talking about guys that ran the show and won a ring.
Harper?
Ron Harper?
Yeah.
Please.
I was asking.
No.
I'm asking.
You have to, your passing IQ has to be top tier. That's what puts Rondo there ahead of Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chris Paul got a lot of passes and shit, but Rondo got range to back it up. And it's funny that he did it with the most storied teams in NBA history, maybe sporting history. Lakers versus Celtics.
Yeah.
That's hilarious to me that he won with the Lakers and the Celtics.
Yeah.
It's like saying it really don't matter who your stars are, what city you claim. When I get here, I intend on winning.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as Chris Paul go up, I think first I'll say I think if he is released, I think the best landing spot for him would be either Boston or initially I thought the Lakers, but I think Denver would be a good spot for him if he wants to win a ring. I think that would be phenomenal for him to run that second unit instead of have a Brown.
Would he really value that ring like that if he jumped on a team that just won it the year before?
I mean, if he's a key piece, I mean, Jason Williams, white chocolate with that Miami Heat team. I mean,
I can see him going to Miami.
Miami.
Gary Payton.
He would be what they thought Kyle Lowry would be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love Kyle Lowry.
Hey, I think the best fit, right? Like he already called. I think Boston because Boston doesn't have a real facility.
They need somebody to just bring the ball up the floor,
other than Kyrie.
Who
have they ever had as a facility?
And get into the guys in their sweet spot.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Jaylen Brown and
He's not gonna be there
Jason
next year.
Tatum are dribbling the ball up the court to get to their sweet spot.
One of them
They
niggas
want to
ain't
get
gonna
the ball here, and they got to get it all the way up to here. When they get that don't sound like much, but when it is crunch time, playoff time, you tired as hell. It's game 7. The other team is noticing this shit and trying to get the ball out your hands. It's not exactly that easy for these guys to just take the ball out of bounds, get it to here, and then start operating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need somebody else to come and do that. And Chris Paul will call out the plays on defense so they just mark it smart.
Yeah,
That's a perfect fit.
Yeah,
And then that way he can still be a starter if he wants.
Yeah, realistically, he'll probably be calling it from the bench because he'll probably be injured once the fuck again.
But then they have Derek White. But then Derek White will be able to come in and be able to do what they've been doing. All they need, Chris Paul, is the playoff.
Yeah, because I think
Game 7 type situation.
Like they needed Blake Griffin for the playoffs.
Because I think when you look at
I don't know why he's on that team. And this mustache irritates
I
the shit out
have
of me.
no idea. Brogdon,
Beard's weird.
Brogdon didn't exactly fix Boston's point guard problem like I think a lot of people thought. The Lakers, I think that possibly could work and be a good spot. I think it could help some of those young guys, as well as help LeBron.
They both gonna be injured out of it.
As well as
it's gonna be him and
LeBron.
AD. They gonna be sitting next to each other telling niggas what to do.
So,
They gonna be assistant coach. They gonna be sitting down.
I don't subscribe to that. But I think the Lakers could work because I think him being a primary ball handler in late game situations that could really make things that could really make the Lakers hard to defend because then you have to now defend LeBron and AD as far as a late game situation. So, but I think Boston would be ideally the best landing spot. Now, is he a top 5 point guard? For me, I have him right at 5, and that's kind of actually I have him at 6.
Yeah, that's what I be teetering.
And that's kind of iffy because I love John Stockton, and Stockton did go to the finals back to back.
I knew I was forgetting somebody.
That's why I had an issue with right there.
But my list was actually it was Magic 1, Oscar 2, Isaiah 3, Jason Kidd at 4, Gary Payton at 5, and then Chris Paul at 6. Now this is what I'm saying, all in their prime. I love, and Chris Paul and Gary Payton. That's tough because I felt like Chris Paul is a phenomenal defender, man. But I feel like I don't know if there's a better defender than Gary Payton at the point guard
I'm trying to
position.
tell you,
Like
Chris
ever.
Paul is okay, but he's undersized, so he can be had more
That's
than 5 people. And of course, 7 footers. I'm talking about even about 6'6" guys and shit like this.
You can shoot over.
Gary Payton could guard 6'6" guys.
Yeah, because he's 6'4".
Exactly. He was 6'4",
Yeah.
and he just loved to play defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He absolutely loved that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, the defense alone should definitely put him up there. I just forgot all about him because I actually thought about him, but then I took him out of consideration because of the passing wasn't there when I think of floor generals. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think of most. But his defense was there.
His
so
defense,
tough. It's hard to go against
he
that one.
controlled everything. I feel like he was a phenomenal floor
he
general.
did.
He controlled.
Yeah, he did.
I was listening to Kevin Garnett talking about him, and he said that he would literally be talking to everybody. He said he'll be talking to the 2 guard, he'll be talking to the coach, he'll be talking to the ref, he'll be talking to somebody in the 3rd row, he'll say something to the cheerleaders. He say he just directs everything, And then as an offense, he wasn't phenomenal, but he was a guy that improved on his offense. And he was a guy, like, if you did leave him open, He can knock it down.
Oh, yeah.
And I love his post game.
Yeah.
His post game was phenomenal.
I say offensively, I like this guy.
Yeah, so I mean, he didn't score like I didn't think he wasn't the offensive player Chris Paul was.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Chris Paul, his mini is stupid. You know what I'm saying? His
he was
mini
very
stupid.
clutch player
Well,
too
Johnson.
offensively.
Chauncey don't really get a whole lot of credit. He got, you know.
I don't have Chauncey in my top.
Yeah,
I don't have Chauncey.
I love Chauncey.
Sometimes I feel like he just don't get mentions enough. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
he
he
wasn't a
don't.
winner. And he was successful. And he had his little run.
I like Dawson's Colorado. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
I always this dude like, man, this game looked pretty easy to him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah, he did out of Colorado. Yeah. But he was a bust because he went to Boston initially. He thought he was a bust.
Right.
Yeah.
But that Boston was in the disarray at that time.
Yeah.
It was.
Man, this is fitting. John Morant is now saying the is fake. The gun was fake. Thoughts on that? Does that change the length of his suspension? If it was a fake gun, how do y'all feel about that? Who wants to expound upon that?
I mean, who the fuck running around with fake guns, first and foremost? Second of all, we just caught you with a real gun in the club, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to fall for this one, okay? I mean, third, it's not the fact of if it was a real or a fake gun, it's the image that was portrayed. And the first thing that I heard when I was watching the NBA Finals as they was playing, and they brought up the commissioner, Silver, and he was talking to Stephen A. Smith, and everybody was on the panel with him, and they said, you know, without getting into detail, you know, we understand, and he said pretty much thing, it's not so much the act, it's the image that it portrays, and the fact that we do not allow a certain conduct to be had for an image like this to be portrayed to the NBA community. That means anybody who wants to look at this shit can access this shit, look at this shit, view this shit. Not only that, it's on ESPN, it's on the news, it's on everything. So now you bringing all this negative. So now parents is like, oh, you know, your favorite play. It's the image.
Yeah, I love everything you just said. I feel like that was everything I wanted to say too. But then you tacked on that little piece at the end. Because I didn't hear everything that Adam Silver said that night. And what's tripped out about what he said, I feel like wording is everything, and when you finally have a time to speak, you know what I'm saying, that wording is crucial. And aloud sounds like we gonna tell you what to do. What if you just said something like, we don't want to be associated with that image, we don't want to be associated with? That still sounds like you getting fired, right? You know what I'm saying? You still gonna lose your job, right? But what's the perception of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be picky. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
But
as a listener,
he took in consideration, you know, Josh's age. You know what I'm saying? He said as a totality, he's taking everything into consideration. That's what I liked about Silver. This is what made me like get some more. So he understands that he's a young mistake, but it's like, damn, bro, you already made this mistake once. Now you kind of spitting in our face about this shit.
Yeah.
What you want us to do about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to take your money away, but we will. But you really going to be suspended some games. Now we don't want to fuck up your whole team because people want to sell these seats, and we gonna fuck up the Grizzlies if John Morant can't play.
Right.
So what we gonna do to be able to meet? And that's, I know he having this conversation with him because it's not like he wants to do this.
Does it change the amount of games if the gun is fake?
No, it doesn't, because the damage is already done. It doesn't matter if it was fake or whatever, whatnot. He could be riding around with a fake gun, but like I said, image is everything, and that's what the problem is. The fact that there is a video and a picture that I can access and look at. You know what I'm saying? There was never no picture of Scottie Pippen with his pistol. You understand? There's no video of Gilbert Arenas. We just know about it.
Right.
All right? And that's how this situation should be. We should know he has a pistol. We shouldn't see the pistol. That's the problem.
And hearing stories about the pistol, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lock that shit up, man. Straight up, we got a lot of love for fam, man. We all know, man. But at this point in time, it's just, this ain't no rookie mistake. This is a lifestyle you live in that you just gotta give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally just can't do that and this.
Oh, you
gotta
can.
do
Just
all
don't put it
of
on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People don't
You can do that. Just don't put it on fucking Instagram. I don't know why y'all niggas is filming it. This ain't fans filming. This is y'all niggas filming it.
Unnecessary though. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that.
It's for clout.
Yeah,
You want niggas to see you with a pistol and money. That's what it is. Get that shit up. Like you say, that's a lifestyle, man. Fuck all that.
I mean, but the pistol is the issue is the pistol. Like if you want to be on Instagram, be young, cool, be in the strip club with money, cool. It's the issue of having like a pistol. It's like, fam, like it's not. People who really have to have pistols on them, people that like in the hood every day, they have bangers on them every day. They don't glorify that shit. Like, there's nothing cool about that, you know,
Right.
like nothing at all. Like, motherfuckers, like we all from the hood, like we know, like certain nigga, I can't go to certain stores, or nigga, I gotta go over here because, goddamn it, something I need is over here, and motherfucker, the such and such is over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like motherfuckers, like you trying to portray and be something that like you're not. You know what I'm saying? Or even if that is you. You don't have to fucking be like that.
Right.
You
don't have to
too
be like that
many
no more.
like you have two, and he never was.
Right.
Like your dad is at every game, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you not
out here
like
doing
that.
the giddy.
Yeah, like you not like that, bro. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like you're a good kid, bro. Like who, bro? If you like guns, go fuck with Black Rambo. Go fuck with Twister.
You don't have to live Sunset Park. You can just watch it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like he want to be spaceman. He want to be spaceman. But
Oh, man.
it's the summertime, man. You're feeling good. The Olympics every summer. Well, not every summer. Every 4 years we had the Olympics. How many more Olympics before you think the USA is dethroned in basketball with all the European players that we see thriving in the NBA right now?
This real?
Yeah.
You want to answer this first?
Shit, don't matter to me.
Yeah, who wanna go? Y'all want me to go? Or?
There ain't no way in hell, and I do mean this with the utmost respect for every foreign team that plays basketball. Ain't no way in fucking hell you gonna beat the U.S. ever like that, because we just the dominant nigga. I'm sorry. There is a lot of good foreign players that are coming up there, and I appreciate them. From Australia, Austria, Serbia, France. You know, that's cold. Even Japan, or with Hashimura. China, Japan. I forget where. Japan. Crazy. But we hear about one of these motherfuckers coming out of a country with all these people. You hear about 5 of these motherfuckers. Well, over here, man, we got motherfuckers coming out lacrosse cold. You know what I'm saying? We like, it's just,
I hear you.
it's just, I feel like, I always felt like the U.S. game is what everybody else compares their game to. Nobody compares their game to a Germany game, Austria game, Australia, South Brazil. Nobody.
But
They
that's
always
just
compare
that
themselves
is
to the
difference.
NBA league.
Now they kind of used to, but now they kind of starting to play their own style of ball, which we aren't even totally accustomed. All the rules and a lot of shit with the goaltending shit, we need to get better with that. Every time I watch that shit, I'm like, man, that shit the rim, hurry up and grab it. Because over there ain't no goaltending.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like a whole
right.
bunch of little things like that are different. So it's not just a different style of game too, but you really got to get our best players there with one of the best coaches, because without doing that, we can't just assume by sending Paul George over every fucking year we gonna win some shit.
But we be winning with Paul George. Carmelo got more Olympic rings than he got real life rings.
You wanna know why? Because Carmelo was a dog. When he,
I'm not saying he not.
These
I'm not saying
dudes.
that. But listen,
no offense to
B.I.,
these
we was
dudes,
sending
I
KG
seen
over
them
there.
play. They like,
KG was killing
you shoot, you shoot. You see these dudes play? Oh, I think it's my turn. Oh, somebody get a ball to KD here.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
and I
KD
get it.
tired as hell.
But
He
how
got
many,
finished playing in the
but
NBA.
how many times have we sent some of our vets over there and they go over there and dog walk on the motherfuckers, and them motherfuckers be half their age? We done went, like I said, Carmelo Anthony. We done watched Gilbert Arenas go over there. We done seen a lot of guys go over there and just dog walk these
I seen
motherfuckers.
Carmelo
I'm not saying they
Anthony playing
bad,
with-
but everybody
I seen
compares
Carmelo
themselves.
Anthony playing with LeBron James, D-Wade, Kobe Bryant, and Dwight Howard.
But I seen them go over there with some niggas that wasn't all them too and still win. I done
Man,
seen
we
them go
talking
over there
about Carmelo
with
Anthony.
hey, I done seen
sorry.
I done seen them go over there
But
with
we
our
don't
B
go-
leaguers, BI. We don't even send the stars over there no
We
more.
don't. And I
We-
seen this.
we sending the
looking
B
last time
leaguers
they
over
played, they didn't-
We got D'Angelo Russell over there hooping on them motherfuckers, and they balling out catching. I just don't. A totality, I think we're always deeper than what they got. We'll hear about one or two guys. You'll always hear about a Kukoc type guy, a Porzingis type guy, a Hachimura, but you hear about one or two
keep
of them.
sending D'Angelo Russell over there.
He gonna keep balling because that's the best he ever gonna ball.
Okay, you know who wait on his ass everywhere you go.
Hey.
Everywhere you go, you finna have to play either the Joker or you finna have to play. It used to be Gasol and them.
Yes.
Now you.
Hey, and you right, but they gonna be surrounded by some people who ain't like that.
You finna be playing.
It's gonna be just them
Joel
and
Embiid.
a bunch of people that ain't like that though.
You finna be playing Luka Doncic.
It's gonna be one of them.
You
You
finna
right.
be playing Giannis.
Come on, man.
These all the teams you finna be playing. This they star
Okay,
players,
and they gonna
I
have to play-
guarantee you,
and they gonna be
got
playing
some other
LeBron,
niggas on this team that think they
AD,
motherfucking star.
Tatum,
When Giannis ain't with them, so this
Butler.
nigga is motherfucking trying to hoop with
Come
Giannis
on, man.
and prove that he can play too.
I could give you our
Look,
top
man,
five, and I could put together a
I
foreign
seen
top
us
five,
losing.
and they still not gonna beat that.
I seen us losing. I seen us taking them L's.
I mean,
we was just losing them games.
I think both of y'all make really good points.
we just
I would
losing
agree.
them motherfuckers.
I would agree somewhat.
Yeah, I agree with both of them.
I would agree somewhat with both of what you guys are saying. I think for one, I think we do got to be realistic when we look at European players. I think as far as the NBA goes, they could be lapping us very, very soon. When you look at the All NBA teams this year, 4 of them were foreign players. Now, what I will say is that first team members, were foreign players, but after that, the rest of the second and third team, the only other foreign player was Domantas Sabonis. He was the only other player that was foreign for the rest of
That's a big drop off too.
Yeah, but
Sabonis
so
from Luka and
Yeah.
Joker.
yeah. So
Second.
well, I
That's a good point.
So the way I looked at it was the foreign players who are good, they are elite.
Yeah.
And a lot play and a lot of them do play in the NBA. But as far as what Hendo was saying, I think I would have to somewhat agree. When you look at, I think when you look at a lot of those foreign teams, I think it's going to be a lot more competitive. And I think after that last goal that we got, I think we saw that it's not going to be just as easy. I think as people think it's going to be. No, it's not going to be like that. I think for one because we don't play as physical as they do over there.
That is true.
A lot of those guys have been playing together since they was 14.
Yeah.
A lot of our guys at most play together 5-6 years. I mean that's at most you play together 5-6 years. A lot of those guys over there, and I understand what you're saying because I looked at that as well. Where you looked at this is why I do think of USA. I would say give us another 2, maybe 3 more Olympics. I think before you might see the USA get the throne, but I'm looking at right now the point that you were making was that you have the elite guys, but they're only coming from one country, so you're going to have Giannis playing with another good team, but Giannis is the best player.
Yeah.
Joker is going to be Joker's going to be playing with Serbia, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like they're spread out. But now, if you look at Wemby, he's going to be playing with France. So, but I think when you look at 10, 15 years,
Him, Rudy.
you can start to see even Canada. You can even start to maybe see where you might see a guy from Wemby. Okay, now we got Wemby. Then it's another 2-3 guys from that's from France together. That's dogs. Then you got Canada. Canada's constantly producing hoopers. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that I agree with what you're saying as far as foreign players. Like they definitely deserve their respect because they balling right now. They're elite. They are.
I hear that. I hear that both. You know what I'm saying? I definitely said I agree with both of us on that. But like, here's a new little caveat on top of that shit though. We sending the wrong fucking people over there, man. How's about that shit? I want to see I want to see dogs. I want to see Ant-Man dunking this. I mean, once that motherfucker come crashing down on somebody, niggas gonna be looking the fuck out. It's a different game.
Yeah,
But
you
they
need dogs.
They're not gonna play all them games because look what happened to everything. And I tell you, all that shit changed when that nigga Paul George fucked his leg up. when he was overseas playing them Olympic games and he broke his leg. Okay, but that's why you're not sending our star players. That's why Ant's not going to be there. That's why LeBron stopped going to them. Early LeBron was there. LeBron now ain't there. You know why? Because that's too hard on the motherfucking knees. I need to rest for a minute. I'm just being for real. That's why Tatum go over there, play 2 games, come back.
Well, you know what
they'll send Brown over there. Brown will play.
You know what I did see, and you can go and check
Al Horford
everybody that was on this team. When you look at the Dream Team, the original Dream Team, it happened for teams after that too. You go and look at that Dream Team, everybody had a good year after that. Everybody was in better shape the next year. Yep. All of their teams were competitive, and they all were good the next year.
With you.
Basketball is rhythm.
But they not doing that because even at this point right now, they trying to cut down an 82-game season.
Man,
they trying to
they got to send the same guys.
No, I'm just saying they're trying to they're trying to condense
some shit.
But if you're in the league and they're already talking about trying to condense it, right? They're already talking about condensing it, right? You hear about it. I'm not lying. So why would running all this, traveling to Serbia, traveling to France, traveling to Germany, why are you doing that? And then you playing, running all day. I'm just saying.
You gotta send somebody.
If we already got guys load management, how the fuck are they playing Olympic games? That's all I'm saying.
I think
you see load management's a real thing, right?
That sounds like a real argument.
You feel me? Load management is a real thing. Do you agree?
But same point in time, sending.
I'm just saying if Kawhi ain't going.
Send a young dog.
Kawhi, Paul George ain't going no more. He done.
They should not be going. No offense to Paul
LeBron
George.
Ain't going. AD's not going. These are all niggas that are top tier players, but all injury. They not going, bro. We not sending our best. We sending the B League. We sending the B League over there and some C Leaguers, and they beating on these niggas. Is what I'm saying. That's why it's competitive. I feel what you're saying, but
they not what we are.
Let Pancho go there. I'm just saying. Oh no, he can't go. Where you gonna go? Where Pancho?
Paulo?
Yeah.
He's from Italy.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
You
Paulo.
just gotta figure out who these dogs are, the young ones, and they ain't got.
I wish we could send
every Olympics.
I want
it to be different by next Olympics.
Jimmy to go.
But whoever's ready in season for right now, you can build a team with motherfucking young dogs that's ready. Send them.
Jimmy will be there. That nigga want to play now.
He gonna be win or lose the finals. He gonna be over there playing like it is the finals.
Yup. You sure would.
Sign me up. Hey, Duncan, come on. Hey, Tyler, you ain't hooped this 8 games, 18 games. Tyler, bring your ass on.
And I bet you nobody in the world.
I bet you winning this bitch next year.
And I bet you nobody in the world can guard him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Will tune all these motherfuckers up,
nigga.
That's actually hilariously a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? On the real.
It's gonna be him and Malik Bridges.
I would love to see Jimmy go.
It's gonna him, Malik Bridges, Devin Booker. They gonna run them niggas.
I would disagree slightly a little bit as far as the USA players. I think for one, I think hoopers. I think they take pride, and I think once you start to see like European players, people start talking about them taking over the game. That's when I think you'll see guys like Kevin Durant and Curry. I think they'll be there. But then that's why I think guys like Tatum, Ant-Man, Ja, Devin
Clay,
Booker,
Draymond, Booker.
I don't think Kevin Durant and Curry need to go no more.
They
already went.
Talk about.
They getting old.
Hold on. Everybody.
I don't want them to get hurt over there.
Everybody off that Sacramento team. Everybody off that Sacramento team.
Yep.
Brunson.
No, not everybody off the second.
Man, they damn near they starting 5.
We'll take Fox.
Brunson not going. He shouldn't go.
What's my man?
Shouldn't go.
Absolutely not.
You talking about top 15 USA players? He not top 15.
No.
He not top 15.
No.
He not top 15.
Not at all.
I just know the dog in him.
You're not even better than Donovan Mitchell.
But Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna go, is what I'm saying. Certain niggas ain't going, so that's why niggas like Brunson will go, is what I'm saying.
Donovan Mitchell went last time.
Yeah, but that don't mean he gonna go this year. I mean, yeah, if he do decide it ought to, mind you, a lot of this will say who we want, but when they choose who they to play, other people gotta step up and go. So I ain't saying like.
Well, we just saying like the perfect people that should go, who should
Shit,
be
yeah,
available to
yeah,
go.
shit, that's
all.
Because
Random.
they young
That's all.
enough.
Random.
And you know what I'm saying? He ain't sacrificing
I
their
was-
career and no shit. We can't send
You know
nobody
that.
old to that motherfucker. This their last injury, and we like, damn, we waiting
He
for
said
this.
this a last.
This is the-
injury.
I-
You
You don't want that.
My thing is send the best, and I feel like
We send James Harden?
Kevin Durant, no. I don't know. I
He
don't
old
know.
now.
I don't know.
I would. It's
What?
certain people I want to play in the shape he on the list.
You not sending
Him
James
and
Harden?
Zion,
I don't know.
I
I
want
don't
to
know.
send.
Nigga, you
so
high
they
as
can
hell.
play
you
themselves
gotta
in the
be
shape.
nah hell. You
But
not
I feel
sending
like
our
James
best
Harden is
playmaker?
old.
You not sending our best. This ain't the playoffs. This
He might
is
be
overseas.
he
He's
might be one of
cooking
the
these
main-
niggas.
I don't know. He might be going through this.
Fuck
He
that.
might be doing this move after he
Fuck,
goes to the lane.
I can't see
Foul
it. Kyrie?
What a foul at? I can see him doing that all
Kyrie?
day long.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm sending.
But
Kyrie.
you-
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you-
Kyrie can definitely go.
I'm sending Kyrie.
If he want to go, he
I'm
should
sending- I'm
definitely
sending
go. I definitely
Kyrie,
want to
bro.
see Kyrie fuck them up.
Yeah, I'm sending Kyrie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Rosen?
great. Who?
DeRozan.
He can get a bucket.
Probably
That-
not. Levine should be, but he just.
I don't think
Levine
Levine.
can't.
DeRozan over Levine.
No. DeRozan is actually a better player, I think. than Levine.
I'm just saying on the back
He's
of the
more
15. He could be number 15 for all the fuck I care. I'm just sending somebody who
If
consistently
he's
work
number
with niggas.
15, yes.
No one
Yes.
else.
Because he can get a bucket.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all. That's all. That's
no
all.
one and no one else should coach USA with Spo.
Nah. Hey,
Ooh.
but what's crazy is
That's
not,
just my opinion.
normally don't
Spo-
they
Spo
don't
should
they
be the only
normally
one that
send
should
a
go.
college
He
coach
go
there?
with his head.
Isn't that normally what goes there? Coach K is always using one of
Yeah,
the
No,
coaches.
not
there.
every time. We started with Chuck Daly.
We started with Chuck Davis.
That is true. You right. You right.
Coach
So I don't know what
You
the
right.
rule is.
But Coach K stayed there for so long.
revitalized- Yeah, Coach K committed like
Yeah, so many years.
so many. It was like 10 years. Or, I don't know
Yeah,
how
now
many
he
years it
retired
was.
too and shit.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
like
damn,
but he
Okay,
was
I see,
in charge.
I see
So,
what you're
so that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Over
know.
him?
Good.
I would
Yeah,
take Spo.
yeah, absolutely.
No,
Okay.
no, I was saying moving from that, I would go from now. Now we're going to move into the Coach Spo USA
Got you.
era.
I got you.
I mean, I think Spo is the best coach. in
I'd be
the
cool with that.
league right now. I mean, Pop. Of course.
think
I mean,
so.
Pop
I
is a
think-
legend. Like
Yeah, he had his
Pop,
time,
Pop a
though.
legend. You know
Did
what
he
I'm saying?
coach one?
Coach Will.
Pop.
What do you mean?
Did he get one? I feel
Or
like
was
he might
on
have
the
been
staff?
assistant
He was at
coach.
least he was at least on the staff.
I felt like he
I
went
seen
there.
him with the polo wall.
Right. I feel like I seen him
Yeah,
there,
I
like he
seen
was a
him there.
part of one, like as assistant,
Yeah.
but wasn't head because I know
Yeah,
Coach
he
K was there.
definitely- Yeah, he definitely. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
pretty-
Got him one.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Pop spent 30.
Let's see.
That's why we were unbeatable.
Looking at the ops, Horace.
Yeah, there he is. That was a good game. But moving right along, man. Looking into the future, man. I want you guys to tell me. We'll do like how we normally do, Hendo. Move at 5 and then move our way down. And y'all out there, let us know who y'all think too, man. The top 5 players in 5 years. At number 5, I had to go with hate his coach. I don't hate anymore. My mom probably looked and she said, "You don't hate anymore." Joker at number 5. I think in the next 5 years, in 5 years, I think he'll still be a top tier player. I think he'll be right at the end of him being right at the end of his prime, right at the end of him being not necessarily dominant, but an all NBA player. So I got Joker at number 5. Who you got, B.I.? Number 5.
In the next 5 years.
In 5 years.
In 5
Yeah,
years.
who will be the number 5 player in the league?
I'm gonna go Book.
Ooh.
I feel like he might move up a little bit, then he might move down a little bit, but he gonna be somewhere around there. So I'm going deep Book.
Okay. Who you got, Hendo?
I think this young fella gonna take a step up, man. Paulo.
I like that.
I
I
think
like that.
he had an amazing. He had a great year last year, and I only
He
see.
came in as a man.
Yeah.
Nick.
You know what I'm saying?
I just see him getting better. Once that game can slow up for you, everybody talks about that first year being so fast. That second year, the game gets adjusted. That third year, you take off. So coming in here, if he had that last year, he's definitely probably gonna do a lot of it better this year. Once that game starts, you start working with your pieces, trusting your teammates a little bit, understanding what you can do to your capability. Last year, you're kind of seeing what you can do a little bit. Now I know I can get this off. Now you really poking on. Yeah, I can see him stepping up, having a bigger year.
I like that. I love that Paulo pick.
I had a sleeper too. I ain't put him on the list.
Did you put him on the list?
Yeah, I had a sleeper.
All right. At number 4, in 5 years, who will be the 4th best player? I think it will be Jason Tatum. I think by that time, hopefully he has a ring. By that time, I can see his defensive game only growing. He seems to tend to stay healthy for the most part. I would love to see him and Jaylen Brown both stay together, possibly get a point guard, at some point. But yeah, I think Jason Tatum will be the number 4 best player in the league in 5 years.
Yeah, okay. In 5 years, I'm going Joel Embiid.
Ooh.
Yeah, he low down that list, man, because I don't think he gonna be tapering off. You know what I'm saying? He at the MVP level right now, but in 5 years, he'll still be, you know what I'm saying, up there. But I think it's a compliment to give him 5 at that time. If he can last 5 years, he came in the league kind of not fragile, but being injured and shit a lot.
Yeah.
If he can still be on the floor and doing this thing to be considered top 5, that's a hell of a compliment for that, man. I think so. I mean, 4, yeah, 4 for me.
4, okay. We got Hendo 4.
I think at
Buddha.
4, we probably gonna be talking about
Text.
Ant-Man.
Ooh.
That was my sleeper. I think Anthony Edwards is still gonna be at a productive level going on. We just seen the opener getting in the door. We ain't seen him shut that bitch behind him yet.
Yeah, no.
He just getting in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Close. Not even close.
And he dangerous
He's
as hell.
still knocking on the door.
Yeah, he just knocking on the
He
door
just
still.
knocking on the door.
I think he in that.
And even in the playoff already.
And he only knocked twice.
I think he in that
His
bitch. He just gotta, have more confidence, step all the way in. He have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's how I'm saying. He in that motherfucker. Yeah, the door right here. He in.
I mean, you see them highlights, man. Keep on coming with it, dog.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Nice, man. That was nice. And number 3, in 5 years, the 3rd best player in the NBA will be Ja Morant. I think Ja will get his stuff together. One thing about Ja is he's almost like this generation's Allen Iverson. The way the kids look at him, the shoes sold out in minutes. They absolutely look at him. He's basically NBA young boy playing basketball.
Yeah.
I'm not an NBA young boy fan because I'm an old head, but they absolutely love Ja Morant. He's this generation's, Allen Iverson. Everybody wants to do the giddy. Everybody wants the dreads. If Ja Morant was to cut his dreads, I guarantee you little kids and teenagers will be cutting their dreads. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you. So I think Ja Morant, sky's the limit for him. I think defensively, hopefully he gets better, which I think he will, because he definitely seems to put in the work. He gets better every year. I thought what he did was that second game in LA, we put up 50. Was it 51 against LA?
Oh, yeah.
In the
He did
playoffs.
light them up. I ain't see that whole
Yeah,
game.
I mean, he had like 20 something in the fourth quarter. So I think the talent is there. Still young, man. I think Ja is 21, maybe 22 years old, if that. I think he's like 22.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I mean,
He old enough to get a strip club.
Ja.
Yeah, Ja.
Ja's 28.
I know he is. But I think he will definitely still probably be in his prime at that time.
He's 23.
Yeah, he's 23.
I say that.
Oh yeah, he'll be 28. Oh yeah, he'll be in his. Oh, he gonna be dunking on. And by that time, hopefully, if he's not dunking on everybody, hopefully the midi game is working, the floater game. Hopefully at that point, so John's gonna be a problem for a long time.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's gonna be a problem.
And that's your number 3 pick?
That's my number 3.
I'm going Jason Tatum, man. It's motherfucking number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we over here stealing now, but
Yeah,
that's my pick. You know what I'm saying? He gonna elevate to be one of them dudes. He ain't really there yet. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not.
He always been trying to be one of those guys, and this is why they need Chris Paul. He need the game to get simple for him to do more.
Yep.
He can't be asked to do more, you know what I'm saying, for it all to work. You know what I'm saying? It can work those games. Sometimes it may work out like that, where he bringing the ball up the floor and doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and for some reason he got 11 assists. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the game that he should be playing. The game that he should be playing is getting the ball on the wing and fucking up whoever the fuck is in front of him. That's what him and Jalen need to be on the opposite sides of the floor doing.
Yeah.
They like a more effective version of Kawhi and Paul George just because the motherfuckers don't even be on the floor.
Facts.
They don't play games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these dudes, as they put them on the opposite side of the floor, have somebody run a damn ball up the floor and see which side to throw it to. Depending on what the play is, you throw it to one of these sides, and these dudes gonna decide, keep running this play, or the guy in front of me is dead mother effing me.
Yeah.
That's what your option should be every time down the floor. But Jason Tatum should be at 3. You know what I'm saying? If you get that little help from some point guard somewhere, SOS. Goddamn.
Facts. Who you got number 3 in 5 years? Be the 3rd best player in the NBA.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh. I'm not mad. I thought about Shea.
Under the radar.
I thought about Shea.
this man.
I thought about
This
Shea.
mother just killed the
That
league
hard,
this
too.
year. Good look.
He really did. I think we're
Just
going to be talking about him
killed
for a
I
while.
thought about that.
I really think
Shea,
he's gonna
nice.
be-
Yeah.
Shea,
Yeah,
nice.
he just
nice.
getting started though.
Yeah,
Out of
just
Canada.
started.
They don't even got, they
It's
don't,
scary.
right? They don't even got their whole team together.
No, they don't.
So when they get their whole squad fully healthy,
Yeah,
they gonna be kind of.
Yeah, Chet. That was the name I couldn't
Right,
remember.
they
Of
gonna-
course, I can't remember the name.
The
Chet.
other guy, no, they got
Chet.
another guy too who was hooping this year. The other guy, they got one across them. They got two
Jalen.
7-footers.
They got Jalen Williams. Too.
Yep.
Jalen.
I'm thinking. I like the one dude.
They got
who get
two,
the assist,
though.
The youngest dude to get the triple double.
Giddey.
And the LeBron Giddy. Yeah.
Giddy.
Him too. That's what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, I
Like,
get it.
man,
Yeah, yeah,
they gonna have a squad,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
They stepped up this year, so
Bro, that's not a bad pick at all. I
Yeah.
thought
they really
about
gonna be my sleeper. I have them playing.
I thought about.
I got them
putting
playing in the play-ins.
Play in.
They
Yeah.
almost kind of remind
I'm
you
about to say, at
of a
least
young
play
Golden
in.
State almost.
A young-
They got that talent.
No, they look like exactly what they
score a lot of
is.
points.
A young Thunder team.
What they are is really.
I mean, not Sacramento remind me of the young Golden State, not the
What they are is kind of just like the Sacramento Kings, with not so much of a good coach. But like same point in time though, they just score a whole bunch of points, man. You couldn't stop them. They were just blowing out everybody this year.
Yeah.
Or even when they was down games, man, they just went on stretches. I seen them play the Bulls. It was embarrassing.
Facts.
Like it was. They score a lot of points.
A lot.
Just like
of
Sacramento, they
points.
score a lot of points.
A lot of points. Number 2 in 5 years, I think number 2 player in the NBA will be Victor Wembanyama.
Oh,
Wemby. I think Wemby is going to be a problem, man. I've watched that game between him and Scoot at least 3 times, and man, he's a creative player, man. Like from a defensive standpoint, he can protect the rim. He's not as great a 3-point shooter as they're making him out to be, but I think he's going to be a good enough 3-point shooter of remind me of a Rasheed Wallace.
Right.
To where if you leave him out there, he gonna knock that bitch down. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep leaving him out there, he gonna keep knocking that bitch down. And eventually you're gonna have to come out, which is gonna open things up. He's a good enough ball handler to where it's 7. They got him at 7'4". I don't know if he's quite that tall, but he's a good enough ball handler where if you come out on him, he's good enough to blow by you. You know what I'm saying? To get to the rim. So I think Victor's gonna be a problem, man. He can score. I think he's gonna be one of the best, or probably the best 2-way player in the league at that point. Probably right there with him and Tatum.
that's pretty high. That's a high rank.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, NBA game.
Yeah, I know, but man, I like Wemby, bro. I really like him. Health is the only thing that bothers me with him, being that tall. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could be a problem. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama.
5 years, top 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
top 5. Sengun was actually going to be another guy I thought about putting in the top 5 too. Baby Joker out of Houston Rockets. Check him out, bro. Nigga, nice. Y'all check him out. Nice. When Houston Rockets, yeah, Baby Joker.
I ain't know it's like that.
Yeah, he nice. They get it.
Okay.
Yeah, who you got? Number 2 though.
Shit, number 2, man. You finna steal my number 1 too. My number 2, Ja Morant, because you just stole my 2 and my 3, but you just flipped it.
Hey.
Stole.
Hey.
But, yeah, man, I got Ja, man, for all the Ja reasons, man. He's just young. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be his league. He's supposed to be number 1, but he
Right.
ain't finna probably do that.
It really
like he's
supposed to be him and
now.
Zion battle.
You know what I'm saying? It really should. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
it's
saying?
supposed to be, him and
But
Zion.
Zion don't play NBA games either, so those stats are
I'm
crazy.
not even gonna get started on that.
Yeah, I'm not. I promise I'm not. But yeah, Ja and number 2 for me.
Facts. Number 2, Hendo in 5 years, who will be the number 2 best player in the NBA?
De'Aaron Fox.
Wow.
We're talking about when LeBron finally takes his seat. When he finally takes his seat, somebody's gonna start stepping up in the West. We're not sold on Lillard staying out there. Curry's getting kind of old. Clay and them get out. It's not guaranteed they finna stay together. We got Darren Booker over there. We got Murray. And who else we talking about?
Wow. Okay.
And he young, got the legs for it. You
That
see what
is
he,
a very compelling argument. That is a very compelling argument.
Yeah.
It's about 5 years.
Yeah.
You right?
5 years from now,
Yeah.
ain't gonna be Steph.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of these guys got to fall back a little bit. Not they saying they retiring, but less minutes will
They
be
retire.
required.
These niggas
But
old-
less minutes will be required.
old geezers. I told y'all at the start of last season, our favorite guys, they used to be the best guys.
They old.
They old.
They old as shit now.
They getting there.
In 5 years, they really gonna
And in 5 years,
be.
I
I mean,
think
we getting old.
facts. I
Feel
know.
bad.
I remember watching Monty Williams as a kid play for Notre Dame.
Yep, no
Uh,
thing. I remember that
That's
shit.
facts.
Yeah.
And
They was
LaFon.
trash too.
Yeah, him, LaFonso Ellis. LaFonso
I
Ellis
can
was actually
understand that.
nice.
Yeah, they were kind of okay
It was
thinking
nice.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they was
LaFonso
decent.
was
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, LaFonso. Because he number, was it 9 draft pick? 5? Something like that. LaFonso Ellis,
I
yeah.
don't know what to think of.
Yeah, he went to Denver. But number 1 player in the league in 5 years will be Luka, man.
Already, I need us to.
Yeah.
But to me though, they just
Yeah,
kind of be
Luka.
building it up like that.
Yeah.
They've been building this dude up to win a damn MVP for 2-3 years
Yeah,
now.
I mean, but he been doing it
That
too.
one year he came out fat as hell. I was rolling. It was like MVP all off season. He came in, everybody like, he looks a bit bigger than we last seen him. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Hey, but on a good note though, he lost a lot of weight, man. She got
Yeah,
the
he
new
did.
look picture. You know what I'm saying? He finna be ready now. I'm glad he did
Zion
that under the
actually
radar.
looked good, too.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of little controversy and shit too. The Kyrie shit. What's gonna happen with that? And you know what I'm
You
saying?
know he leaving. You know he leaving.
Probably,
I
yeah.
think so.
So he know he finna.
Mavericks is just a gateway on his destination of where he wanted to go.
So Luka like, man,
Oh.
I'm finna ball out. This dude, my motherfucking team, whether he here or not, but most likely he gone. I'm finna ball out. Ain't nobody calling me MVP yet.
They might
no
work out
pressure.
of 1 year. They might
Maybe
work out of
defense.
1 year, but it ain't gonna be no more than that. I promise you.
Kyrie
They
gone.
just
Kyrie
resigned.
gone. He ain't standing dollars. The only reason he gonna sign the contract is
I'm
to
talking
get
about
paid.
Kyrie.
He gonna
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
gonna
Oh,
sign a
he's talking
contract
about
and get
Kyrie.
paid. He's so cool and Mark Cuban's so cool. They gonna talk about I'm
A
gonna
1
sign the
year.
contract
For 1
and then I'm
year.
gonna leave before the year. No, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be in the playoffs with y'all. Kyrie is gonna trade himself
He said
to a mother effing team.
I'm
I'm telling you,
fucking
dog.
done.
Watch, man, watch. But he gonna sign a contract first to get paid because Mark Cuban only motherfucker that'll pay that shit to that motherfucker right now. That amount of money that he want, and so he gonna do it. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But Mark know he ain't gonna pay all of that. He gonna trade him, and then whoever the fuck up, they gonna pick up about half of that tab. You know what I'm saying for this nigga? But yeah, he gonna pay him like that because Mark Cuban is cool like that. And, man, I bet you they talk about. I'm telling you, I bet you they ain't even like shading each other like any other owner and player talking. You wouldn't be able to trust what they saying. I bet you they had a conversation similar to what the fuck I just said. Because all the rumors and reports are out there.
It's
They
either
know
that,
they have to.
It's either that or motherfucking Mavericks gonna have Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. What was the other motherfucker over there? It don't matter. They gonna have them niggas, and they gonna. I'm just saying. Hey, Hachimura, you. Oh my
I
God.
don't really see
I
Kyrie.
don't know about
I don't
it.
really think Kyrie is a good fit with no
Otherwise,
team.
what are you getting for him? Because you really think that the Mavericks are really just going, oh, y'all can have them, so y'all can just run away in the West? No, nigga, give me like 4 motherfuckers in the pick. What you think, Mark Cuban? He ain't no fucking idiot. You don't become a billionaire by being stupid. You come by this by making choice, good, checkmate
Tell me,
moves.
This is my question. How
I get it.
if you can't even expect somebody to show up to the games because they for whatever
They were
reason
talking about doing a
every
sign and
year,
trade though. That's the only reason I say that too.
and-
Early, but
and
it's a
injury,
time thing.
I just don't understand how Kyrie Irving is a good fit on any championship contending team. Because what you have to give up to get him, your team is gonna be depleted when he ain't there. He actually has to come and play the games. So either injury or whatever the fuck reason, you know what I'm saying, he can drum up for whatever.
He be having a lot of off-court shit going on.
That's what I'm saying. If he's not here, you losing games. And if you in the West, some motherfucking where every game count in the East too, but in the West, you seen how that shit played out. Like every half a game and everything was just really coming down to it. If you just blowing off game, like if the Lakers had home court advantage this year, you know, they still lost to Denver at some point. But them motherfuckers could have been feeling a little bit better about shit. And that's true with any team really going to the playoffs. Home court advantage mean a lot. And you sacrificing that shit by a motherfucker who's playing half the regular season games
Right.
or just parts of them, and then may not be there during the playoffs because you get hurt. Man, it's too many what ifs, man. When you
That's
mess around and
right,
you give
right.
up, you
It's
can't.
valid.
You know what I'm saying? You can't give up the white dude and Hachimura
That's a
and
lot.
you know what I'm saying. All of
You
these
got a core
guys.
team, though. You have a core.
You know what I'm saying?
You should build on this.
On the real, what y'all need is a little bit of help in some other directions you can get besides
Another
giving
big man.
paying all of this money.
You need another
And
big man.
they definitely need a center.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis tell everybody every year, I'm not a center. I don't want to be a center. And for some reason, they keep playing this motherfucker as center.
But not only that, but when they go get him help, they don't be giving him like the A1 pieces. He needs a healthy young center. A Andre Drummond, a JaVale McGee. all
JaVale
these-
McGee, Dwight Howard. You mean the guys they just had on their team?
These
Right.
motherfuckers, they help, but like,
The guys who just won a championship with them. Right.
I'm just
Those
saying. Be
The guys
smart.
that you ain't even got to pay shit.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, those guys. I have no idea why they're not on the team.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to JaVale McGee.
You can give them $1 million a year. They just want to play. Instead, they over here arguing overseas, getting their money taken over there and having bad deals and shit. Dwight just went overseas and got into it over there, talking about they fucking up his money already. He might end up coming back already. All I'm saying, is there's serviceable motherfuckers out there. DeMarcus Cousins. Soon, I think Brooke Lopez.
They need defensive
Brooke Lopez
guys.
will be serviceable this year
Brooke
too.
Lopez definitely. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he
Serviceable.
want to leave.
If you, I get it, but if the Lakers are like, look, $12 million 2 years, will you come in or not? Oh shit, man, it's been real, Milwaukee.
That's too ugly.
Shit, Milwaukee not gonna give him that.
I mean, him and AD can step out and hit a jump shot.
He'll stay in Milwaukee.
These are
Shit,
two
okay,
big dudes
okay.
who can defend, but they can actually stand on the
All right,
outside.
we'll
Let
see.
little guys run into an open lane to get the big guys.
We'll see.
He's from California.
Because there's gonna be people you gotta pay, and there's gonna be moves that Milwaukee has to make to be successful. Because as a new coach coming in, a new coach called with a clean house. They keep the core people. Giannis, Drew. Who you think finna lead before anybody else? Portis, Lopez, Middleton. Anybody else? Grayson, he's serviceable. He can go. They're going to try to build. I'm just saying. Watch how the new company comes in and do it.
I need to see something. I don't know who the hell this guy is. It's like
Right.
I never seen him play.
You think he's gonna run it back with this team though?
I don't know. I don't know who he gonna
That's
run
all
it
I'm
back with
saying.
or what their style of play even finna be. This ain't
Correct.
even the same coach. Like, you know
Correct.
what I'm saying? This is. Are they about to shoot all the threes? I hope you don't do some ancient shit. And you know what I'm saying?
If so, you got to resurface because you don't got no 3-point shooters that's consistent like you do, but you don't. Unless you plan on stretching your big man all the way out like that. You know, who knows your play style, like you said. He
Yeah.
might need some more demanding 3-point shooting guards. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know his
He
play
might go
style.
for a Tyler Hero. He might trade for a Duncan Robinson.
Mhm.
They look different with a Duncan Robinson.
They say Giannis picked this dude kind of sort of their coach. We're gonna have to see how far that get him, because I'm not so sure. I always say this too, when you fire somebody, especially a coach, you gotta have a better one in line. You can't go backwards.
Right.
And what they going backwards from is a champion, being
Right.
champions. It'd be one thing if you take a step back from a second round team to a first round team. That's bad too, yeah. But you can't be a champion and then wasting your prime years of one of the best players in the league on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree. I totally agree.
Otherwise, you wasting time.
On the real.
I'll tell them why you waste time. Man, that was a great segment, bro. I was super dope. We're gonna have to do that again in another 5 years. But moving right along, man. Of course, we got the 10, man. The 10 questions, man. And today it is 10 questions are we're gonna do. Y'all let us know too. Who would you rather have on your team in the NBA Finals? So out of 20 players, I'm gonna name 2, and you tell me which player would you rather have on your team in the NBA Finals. So who want to kick it off?
Craig Hodges.
No, I'm gonna do
I'm
this
just
play.
playing.
Since you said
You always
Craig
take your
Hodges,
shots at me, Skip.
since you said Craig Hodges, Endo, who would you rather have? Y'all let us know out there too, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Y'all let us know out there, who would you rather want? Rajon Rondo or Dennis Johnson?
Damn, I like that, John. I'm taking Rondo. I'm taking Rondo off top.
I'm taking Rondo.
I'm taking right now Rondo.
Over Dennis Johnson?
Yep.
That Seattle Sonics Dennis Johnson?
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm still taking Rondo right now.
Rondo?
79.
Okay. I love Dennis Johnson, bro. So underrated. I think I would have to take Rondo.
That's a tough comparison.
There was because as I tried to, they're both pretty much around the same size. They both not phenomenal scorers. Johnson was probably a better scorer for sure.
Yeah.
But just defensively, man, they both just
Should have been Rondo Payton.
Yeah, Rondo come with them assists though.
Yeah, Rondo come with them assists, but I try to get guys a similar.
Shit, the steals too.
But they both won rings with 2 different teams.
Right. You know
what I'm saying? So I try to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to put some thought into these, y'all. But number 2, who would you rather have on the team? B.I., Bruce Bowen, or Tony Allen? Your finals team now. This is finals.
Finals team.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I already know.
You already know I gotta go with it, man. I gotta go Tony Allen, man. Chicago, man. Damn. I gotta go Tony Allen.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? That's a good one, though. Bruce Bowen was that dude.
Who you taking here, though? Bruce Bowen or Tony Allen?
I mean, shit, to keep it funky.
You can only have one of them on your finals NBA
Keep
team.
it funky, you already know, man.
Who?
I'm going Tony Allen because he can shoot the 3-ball better. Bruce
You
Bowen.
think so?
Yeah, Bruce Bowen had a little shot, but
quarter 3?
yeah, I felt like Bruce Bowen. He would pull, but he was a little bit more inconsistent. He'd pull from all that, but Tony Allen, like, look, nigga, you gonna catch me in this corner?
Oh no!
I'm gonna be ready. I'm going Tony Allen.
I would have to look at their numbers. I think Bruce Bowen was probably a better shooter than Tony Allen.
I feel like Tony Allen.
Yeah.
I feel
that
like
point,
Tony Allen
he
was a
was in
better
the corner.
scorer, though.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just feel like Tony Allen was a better scorer than Bruce Bowen.
Slasher.
He was more of a slasher, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bruce Bowen, you just throw in the corner, he gonna
just
light
throw
your
it.
ass up.
Yeah.
He had years where he was knocking that shit down.
Yeah.
He
And
did.
He's a tenacious defender. He was guarding Kobe. He
Yeah,
guarded
he was.
Kobe a lot of them years, and a couple of them years
So
he
did
guarded
Tony
Kobe and
Allen.
they won. He sure did. How many rings he got though? 2. He only got one, don't he? With Boston.
Whoa.
Might have
Tony
one,
Allen.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
might have
he
one
just
with
won.
Boston, yeah.
Just
Who said that was Posey? I
Bruce
think
Bowen
they
got 2.
I think Posey got 2. He got one with Miami, I think, and one with
James Posey. It's a James Posey sighting today.
I think he got one with Miami with Brian and them, and then one with the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like one of the motherfucking players like actually snuck 2 of them, and then he was a role player, but they were, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
They played their role.
Who would I take? I would have to take Tony Allen, only because he used to hoop right up the street up in Lawndale.
He
He used to hoop right up the street up in Lawndale, West Side,
Yes,
man. West Side, K-Town, man. Y'all already know.
I like
But
Bruce Bowen, man.
I actually
GD.
like. I know that was my shit. I actually love Bruce Bowen, but
Bruce Bowen was undersized too.
Yeah, it was undersized. Number 3, who would you rather have on your NBA Finals team? Derek Fisher or Jason Terry? Hey, it's a Hayward Workman site, people.
I think Penny Hardaway is called.
B.I., Derek Fisher or Jason Terry? Things that make you say,
I'm gonna have to go Derek Fisher for defense too. He's a little bit more stout.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't that much height difference, but I think Jason Terry got him a little bit on the height, and Jason Terry is a better scorer
Yes.
than mother effing Derek Fisher.
Yes.
But Derek Fisher, I think, bring a little bit more defense. And depending on who you play, you said this the finals.
Yeah.
Depending on who you playing, you might need a little bit more defense.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going Derek Fisher.
D-Fish? Who you going ahead and do? Derek Fisher or Jason Terry? You can only have one of them on your NBA Finals team.
Side note, that nigga Fish, man, don't let him run your girl, nothing run that motherfucker. He'll take your wife.
Oh,
See how he did
wow.
Barnes. Barnes had to pull up on him.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you know who else on his hit list right now?
Oh, wow.
Kobe wife.
At Bay's Rays.
You think I'm dead ass? Dead ass. He be popping up. Anyways, I'm going with Fish. Because anyway, he pulling up. Anyway, he pulling up on you, man. I gotta go with Fish, man.
Niggas ain't shit.
I'm sorry. Side note, that nigga, he vicious. He vicious on and off the court.
Niggas ain't. Just for that, I'm taking Jason Terry.
I went to a range of
Just for that, I'm
Oh, headband.
I'm going.
He going with old
Jason
headband.
Terry.
Yeah,
No,
he'll light you up.
I would probably have to go with Derek Fisher just because I've seen him do it more in the finals than Jason Terry.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he had more of an opportunity, but I mean, at one time, Jason Terry did have that opportunity. He definitely shined.
I'm trying to tell
He
you,
definitely shined.
he was a
So,
murderer his entire career.
Yeah,
Actually.
he really was.
He was putting up 20 on mother efforts. It seemed like every year, didn't matter how old he was getting.
Nope.
It took to him to come
Oh,
to
he-
Dallas.
yeah, coming
to
down
probably still
flying.
average like 17 or something.
Yep, coming down the court flying, man. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But number 4, Hendo, you can start this one out, man. Who would you rather have on your team in the NBA Finals? This is a good one, man. Jimmy Butler, Scottie Pippen.
Ooh.
First off, I just looked over to the left. I just seen Luke Longley giving O'Neal the business. That fucked me up. I don't feel like we talked about how Luke Longley was really down there trying to guard a young Shaq and was locking. I don't even say locking him up. But it was working. It was working. I'm gonna have to go with Pit Dog because it's already written in stone. Jimmy yet to pull anything off officially all the way. You know, he's been to the Last Dance a few times. He ain't did the tango all the way. Where Pip know what it's like. He knew how to just do what he do. He just needed his Robin. I'm not going to slight Bam like that because I know I've been kind of slighting him this whole finals run, or I should say that Boston run, because I feel like I didn't see the best Bam in that Boston run. But I tell you this though, I was dogging the shit out Bam. I take all that back. I'm watching Bam play at his peak right now, and he's having great fucking games. And Bam is really hooping how I expect him to hoop. Granted, I feel like it's all going to come to short efforts. I feel like the team they going against is overmatched, personally. That's why I got the Nugget hat on first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But
Because you riding their coattails?
nah, I just know they winning. It's a champion hat. Just know that. A gentleman suite.
Yeah.
Sweet.
For one.
Okay.
Gentleman suite, man. We let y'all get in, but get up out of here. But it's not due to a lack of effort. You understand? I just don't feel like one team's deeper than the other.
Yeah.
And sometimes where you're a good shooting team, unless you, with the exception of Golden State, all that good shooting shit, you'll fall up short. We've seen what happened with Boston. We've seen what happened with the Sixers. All that good shooting shit falls short. You got to be able to bang in the middle. That's why the Celtics were able to stay in there, because even though they were, falling off the shoot, they could bang in the middle, but they just got out-banged. And that's not going to be something that happened every year, because if that Celtic team kind of running back with the exception of Al Horford and maybe somebody different in the middle, they could be a winning team. But I think they blow that team up, get rid of Brown. But to go with that, I'm going with Pippen off back.
I like Al Horford, y'all. Just shit right there.
He old as fuck, nigga. Come on, man.
I still like him.
Oh my God, this nigga.
Going Scott Pitt,
Haslam,
man.
nigga.
Scott Pitt all day long, man. You know what I'm saying? They kind of both bring the same thing to the table. You know what I'm saying? Which is why picked them. But yeah, it's an obvious Scotty over there because he's taller, more athletic. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember him hitting a whole bunch of, great shots and pulling the team along like Jimmy did, the underman team. When Scottie
he
played
could if you
without
needed
Mike,
him
that
to.
team was already built to
But
win.
he could.
You know what I'm saying? He probably could at that age. He probably could. You know what I'm saying? But that team was built to win, so it's kind of easy for him to step in, already know the offense, and just take more shots within it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm taking Scottie all day long though. You know what I'm saying? Crazy defense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Jimmy, but Scottie is a little bit more. That old school defense was different, man. It was one-on-one defense too. It wasn't just
Jimmy
playing
can play
the
the old
pass
school
away.
defense though. It's the height for me. It's
He
the
ain't-
height.
he
It comes down
ain't-
to a height.
It's the height. It's definitely the height. But Scotty
They're both 6'8".
can get a little bit more on you when he needs to. I've seen
like
it.
6'8".
Yeah, Scotty's a tall
He's
young
like
man.
6'8", but he's long.
Yeah.
He's longer.
I'm
Than
gonna give you that just because that shit I'm thinking about really helps me. Got Michael Jordan on the floor, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. When it comes to defense, it is just about the height mostly. But I seen Scotty put that work in. You know what I'm saying? I seen him stopping the other team's best player to the tune of a championship. You know what I'm saying? Turning Magic Johnson so many damn times, bring the ball up the court that the shot clock is running out by the time they motherfucking get started to their offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That was really pops though. A lot of
Yeah.
people, that was really pops to them.
and what I seen him do a lot that was dope. You had Mike on the floor was turn motherfuckers. When they bring
Yeah.
the ball up the floor, go on this way, then you turn them, you come this way, and then just when they getting ready to turn, Mike
Right,
is coming.
yeah.
Man, that shit used to be funny as
Yeah.
hell.
They're taking
You know what I'm
all
saying?
skills
So
like
it
that.
benefit having Mike on the motherfucking
course.
team. You know what I'm saying? Too
Yeah,
and
Ron
shit. You
Harper.
get looked at as a better defender, but you just did your part.
Right.
You just did that little part in that. You know what I'm saying? On the
Give
real.
me Butler.
Ooh.
I think what Jimmy doing the finals, man, is just it's different. I think right now we're starting to see it's definitely a gap between him and Joker. But I think Jimmy can bring more on the offensive end, and he's not the defender that Pip was, but Jimmy can give you 50. Pippen will never do that. You know what I'm
Give him
saying?
30.
Yes.
He'll never give you
that-
like 40 or 50 like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time,
that's a lot different. And I think just from a mentality standpoint, Scotty was fairly laid back. Like Scotty, that didn't say he didn't play hard, but I think if it's the finals and like I want to win, I've seen Scotty not be mentally tough. I've never seen that from Jimmy Butler.
right.
So that's just me. But number 5, man, hurry up and run through these, man. Danny Ainge, Jeff Hornacek. Who would you have? Rather have B.I.
Danny Ainge all day long.
Danny Ainge?
Danny Ainge seen with 2 different teams, spearheading the bench, 2 different years, 92 and 93, 2 different teams. You have Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge, Jeff Hornacek.
I gotta go to Ainge, man. That punk was solid.
He was. You almost hate to say it, but he was.
Yeah, he was a solid man.
Yeah, he
He's
was solid.
one of the motherfuckers I couldn't stand, like Dan Marley. I
Yeah.
couldn't stand the
Damn,
motherfucker.
what he didn't shot?
Damn, this motherfucker hit me shit.
That's Jeff Hornacek was nice to me. If you guys don't know,
Yeah.
check
He's
out
cold.
Jeff Hornacek.
He's
Jeff
cold.
Hornacek
And he's
was
a
nice.
tough defender too.
Tough defender
You
too.
know what I'm saying? That motherfucker
Tough
played the
defender,
fucking
too.
3.
Then he used to
He
do
used to
this
play
at the
three.
free throw
Right.
line.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's tough defender, man.
2 and a 3. Like,
Number
what?
6, who would you rather have on your final NBA Finals team? Robert Ory or Michael Cooper? Who wants to ask?
Shit, you already know mine.
Yeah, you already know
your
Big
ass.
shot, Bob, baby.
Big shot, Bob.
I gotta go with Big Shot Bob, man. He got too many rings, man. It's hard to go
He's
against him.
solid in them key
It's
moments.
too hard.
Cooper cold, but man, Big Shot
Yeah,
Rob got
yeah.
too many big moments.
Yeah,
the moments
you got
is
Those man got that many rings.
the ice was in the veins. He's just putting that bitch up. And all I'm saying, bro, listen,
3.
all the time
Maybe.
this nigga
Like,
did
I
it,
think.
he was hitting a 3-pointer. And the nigga don't even shoot 3-pointers like that. That's like having Giannis at a lot of, not like, come on,
They
man.
wasn't letting them shoot because a motherfucker inside is
Cause
supposed
you
to be
not a
shooting.
fucking
back
shooter.
then.
That's why, nigga.
Nah, he can shoot.
He can't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. He has the ability to shoot. He's not a shooter. Kobe is a shooter. Ray Allen is a shooter. Klay Thompson is a shooter. Rick Hamilton is a shooter.
But dog can knock that shit down. Though,
That's
man.
all it
He
is.
been knocking that shit down.
Okay, put it like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Rasheed Wallace, he was a real shooter, or was he a motherfucker that just could make that motherfucking shot when you gave him? They wasn't running plays.
That
They was just a
baseline over the
motherfucker.
shoulder shot,
He
Rasheed.
catch.
He knocked that bitch down all the
But
time.
look how many times he took that shot early in the career towards later in the career is what I'm saying. There's a comparison, a volume of shots. That's all.
Warrior Cooper. Who you
I'm
take?
going Rod Bory, man.
Give me Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
I think from a defensive standpoint, he's also more versatile. Cooper played.
Cooper blocking
Coop was nice
Cooper
though.
guard he guard the point.
Yeah.
Small forward, all the way up to the 4. Give me Michael Cooper, and he can also knock down a 3.
He can shoot, yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
forget about that. He was
Knock
a
that
knockdown
shit down.
3-point shooter.
He was one of those A+ motherfuckers
Yeah,
on 2K.
I mean, so I think when you look at, he can
Well,
also
he's
knock down a
shooting
3 like
really
Ori and an elite defender. Give me Michael Cooper all day. Number 7, Bill Russell versus Tim Duncan. Who would you want on your team in the NBA Finals? Real quick. Who would you want to take, B?
Shit.
I'm gonna go over here, B. I don't like you.
I'm going Timmy, man.
You going Timmy?
I'm going Timmy.
Okay.
I mean, range matter, but era matter too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
You
only
put Timmy
imagining
in
basketball somewhere around this era. Somewhere around this era that reduces Bill's impact like a lot, really. But not to say that he can only do a few things, because those things he would do be exceptionally well. Rebounding, rim running, you know what I'm saying? Defensive shot blocking, you know what I'm saying?
He'd be
Alternate
Draymond on
shots.
steroids.
I mean, for real, it'd be ridiculous what he could do. But I would still take Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Tim, Bill Russell. Who would you rather have on your NBA Finals team?
Bill Russell.
Okay.
He's cuffing all that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen Tim Duncan struggle with the people I've seen him struggle with when he gets ISO. Bill Russell's not struggling with that shit. He's not. He's reaching over this motherfucker and he's dunking on this nigga. And I've seen plenty of niggas dunk on Tim Duncan. I do give him utmost credit as being one of the better power forwards I've ever seen in my life play the game. But if you put Bill Russell against this motherfucker, he's poking on this nigga every time. I watched this nigga struggle with Yao. I watched him struggle with Shaq. I watched him struggle with a lot of people. I just some of them. Just to some to mention.
Times KG.
KG
Times.
would give him the work. I'm just saying he couldn't keep up with KG. He'd have him backpedaling. I was just saying.
Nah. Even Kevin Garnett talked about Tim Duncan giving work and he couldn't figure him out.
That's very true. But KG
we talking about
handle
Russell.
his own though,
Yeah,
especially
he held his own
during his
but,
Celtics years.
Yeah.
He
During
held
the
his own.
Celtics years, KG was winning the games. When you win the games, it looked better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, but
it was
Duncan
Tim
also
winning the
older,
games.
too.
That's true. You know what I'm saying?
Duncan was older.
So, but Tim was playing him from Minnesota to the Celtics. Though.
Yeah.
Tim never even played him with Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Tim
Yeah.
played. I played this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, KG used to give him the business though, even when he was losing. I remember these games, but they'd be losing the game. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really look as good when you lose. It's like, okay,
You
I
can
got
put a
30,
42, but
but
if you catch that L, it's
you know what I'm
the same.
saying? On the real.
Yeah.
But when he was with the Celtics, he was doing his thing against Tim. I remember that.
Yeah, okay. Give me I gotta go Bill Russell, man. As much as I love Tim Duncan, I think the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think just from even you really can't say leadership with Tim Duncan. He was definitely a true leader, but
Always.
I think there's levels to it. I don't know if there's a better leader than Bill Russell. So
Yeah, you got a defensive anchor like that. You know what I'm saying? When we say Draymond, I think that's underselling.
Try Giannis on steroids.
And also his passing.
Or
Was it
Ben
as
Wallace
well?
or somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? This
And he was still
defensive
16. A lot of people forget he was 16.
Yeah, he's a tall
But
dude.
how he
still.
attacked the ball is different.
Yeah.
That's why I say
He
it's
blocked
air
shots.
ball is different. People used to be more aggressive to that. You rarely see the aggression of. I mean, you kind of see a couple little putbacks, but back then they were trying to go for that gusto too. You got to think about a certain era too, where everything was food. You know.
Number 8, Magic Johnson or LeBron James?
I'm going Magic all day.
Magic. B.I. NBA Finals team, who you want, Magic or LeBron?
It gotta be Magic, man.
Mm.
It gotta be Magic. I can. Oh, chilling, man. It's hard to,
He's just a better charisma player. Sometimes you gotta have somebody put the glue together. Sometimes LeBron, I feel like he's a great player, but he's a glue player. Sometimes he don't want to take charge. He likes to defer. He like he picks his time with Magic. Magic gonna press you. He gonna see the game, and whether he gonna get his eyes looking, he's still gonna make a behind the head pass and catch somebody coming for a dunk. It's the creativity with the people I already got on the team. Yeah, he gonna make it.
I've seen LeBron take over the finals. You know what I'm saying? The way I seen Magic control and take over either a game or his impact. Just man, they ran them Celtics off that floor when they lost to the Celtics. I think in '84 or some shit. They was so mad, and Magic blew that. You know what I'm saying? That shit. So they was calling him tragic all summer. You know what I'm saying?
Tragic.
To me, that's the equivalent of LeBron James scoring 15 points in an NBA game in the final against Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of let the city down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even, like, beat you. Like, you didn't, like, have, like, a bad game. You didn't even, like, really go for it like that. You know what I'm saying? And Magic, like, let the motherfucking time expire while he was still dribbling and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they both had their failures in the motherfucking in the finals, and Magic lost in the finals a few times. LeBron lost in a few times, but I feel like Magic was just more dominant in a few different ways. I remember that first one in '79 when Kareem was out. That motherfucker started at center, dropped 40 on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And had like another 15 and 12 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a triple-double with 14 points starting at center, the point guard.
But we've heard of
As a
LeBron
rookie.
going down low and playing center as well.
And he
helping
actually
down there.
just
And he
won
actually,
the year before in I know this ain't you saying in the finals, but in college, you know what I'm saying, in that game,
that too.
when he beat Larry Bird for that finals
was
game
nuts.
for the college,
That
that
was
was
nuts.
just a year before we did this the next year as a rookie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all that combined, we talking about the big stage, it just seemed like this dude is ready for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going Magic.
Yeah, I would have to say Magic, just because I've seen LeBron fail more on that stage. But yeah, I would have to go Magic, man. Number 9, Larry Bird or Hakeem Olajuwon? Who you say, Larry or Hakeem? Only have one play on your final team. I'll say it. Give me Dream.
Yeah, give me the King. I'm going to King. Yeah, I'm going to King on that.
Give me Dream.
I love that.
Even though I got Larry as a better player all the time, I think.
Yeah, I gotta go with Larry on that one. I like Olajuwon game a lot, but man, Larry is a very underrated player, and I feel like the further we further we go into the future, we talk about people like Trae Young and all this stuff. Larry gets lost in conversation, like Larry wasn't a legend. Like this name says it all. This is Larry's legend. Like I gotta go. And I know the Dream was nice. Don't get it wrong, but Larry, bro,
Larry legend.
you don't get too many Larry Birds. Olajuwon's. You don't get too many Olajuwons, but you see like Bam Adebayo's who's similar, and I'm just saying I'm just saying on the way, not similar, but on the way up.
No,
I was with you till you said that.
Yeah, I was totally with you. I was totally with you.
Yeah,
I think just because his name is.
No, his name.
Maybe because his name is similar, but no, sir, not no, sir.
No, sir.
But number 10, final man, Isaiah Thomas or Stephen Curry. You can only have one play on your finals team.
Oh, that's easy. That's Isaiah Thomas. They ain't even know Chicago shit. But it's your thought though, because the reason why I'm going to give you is the reason what he said verbatim before. This is what Isaiah Thomas said. He was explaining to somebody.
I know
He's
what
like,
you're finna say.
yeah, I can take a little bit away from what you can do though. Mm-hmm. Because if we both can do something, you know what I'm saying? But I can still do what I'm doing because you can't stop me.
Facts.
But I can stop a few things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the game is won right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the margin right there. And Isaiah Thomas got way better defense.
Facts. And he beat, I think his playoff, will he beat Larry, Mike, and Magic?
Same year.
That's crazy.
That's like, the names sound great, but it's really just Larry and Magic. Those were the teams that were great. The Jordan team wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to count that against Mike. That's the only reason why I mention that right now, because people try to count not being on a great team. You know what I'm saying? Against him, when really they shouldn't even been as far as they were. Right. If you think about it, they was beating Craig, Elo, and these guys. That Cavs team, motherfuckers don't want to talk about them. Right. But they were supposed to be. They beat us every game that year. And it took Michael Jordan to hit a game winner on their motherfucking floor for us to advance. We wasn't supposed to be getting as far as we was going, man. Mike was killing.
Y'all better put some respect on Brad Daugherty, man. If Brad Daugherty was playing today, he would be putting up Joker type numbers.
Yeah,
or similar Joker type numbers. Brad Daugherty was nice. He wasn't number one overall pick for the hell of it. B.I., man, it's that motherfucking time, man. Please tell. Oh, my fault. Number 10, who you taking?
Curry.
So are you taking Curry?
I'm taking the best 3-point shooter ever.
Okay.
He don't get that accolade for nothing. I mean, shit.
Hey, man,
all those Western Conference teams. I've noticed a trend with you, Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
that
Curry.
Rage.
You can stop Curry to a certain degree, okay? But I'm gonna double back off what my man said. You want to talk about motherfuckers who can give you 40 or 50-point nights? Let's be for real.
Hey, Zeke can
I'm not saying he can't.
And on one ankle.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying I've seen more volume shots from that 3 line come from Curry, resulting in games where he has a lot of 40 and 50-point games. You don't get to become the best 3-point shooter ever and still got years to go.
I get that.
That ever
he not done, but he not done yet.
Turn to me.
No, but he not done yet is what I'm saying.
But that's the problem.
Because
the old guys are done. These guys were done before they let motherfuckers shoot threes. So when we say ever, it's funny. We can say of now and these days, yes, he's clearly the best. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, if it came down to a 3-point shootout, or if it came down to give this motherfucker the ball for the last shot of the game, Larry, Legend, Ray Allen, maybe even motherfucking Reggie Miller, I may want to shoot the last shot before I want Fallon to shoot it. I want Klay Thompson.
Actually, you said Klay.
I want Klay Thompson on his own team to shoot the damn ball. Not this past Klay. He was just gunning them up there last couple games we've seen him. But you know what I mean. Regular Klay, both them at their prime. I want Klay shooting it.
Volume of shots is what I'm saying. They allow the green light for shots like that because he is such a great shooter. Back in the day, Ray Allen and everybody else, they had to work around other people. They might not have been the star because even when he was playing good, he still had to work around Paul Pierce, KG. Then when he falling back, he had to work around D Wade and LeBron. And I get that. But this man is the star of the team, like a Trey Young, like somebody, yes, and he's still doing that, but he still has time to go. We seeing him right now in his prime, but he's still got years to go. And then after that, if he can stay somewhat healthy and he comes off maybe a bench role player off the bench, even more, that's still maybe 7 years, still shooting, and he not slowing down. The record is broke. And you add 5 more years to that. That's like LeBron do it. If LeBron if he stays in the league for 4 more years, he has broke the longevity record because he at that point will have records that unless you can stay healthy and unless you came out the league when you was in high school, you'll never be able to break. Ever.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And you can't come out straight from high school no more. That's illegal. You got to do a year. So that's already a year you already put into a waste where this man was already in the league doing top tier shit. And now you got to put on the rest of the years.
Yeah. That's what I always say
you
about
can't
Mike.
do it.
He did 3 years in
He has
North
a
Carolina.
longevity record. Those you can't break.
Yeah, I'm still taking Isaiah in the finals though because Isaiah can score, and I think from a defensive standpoint, and we've seen Steph Curry definitely improve as far as being a playmaker, but Isaiah was an elite playmaker.
He was.
Yeah. Isaiah was an elite playmaker. And that pass, remember the pass to Gerald Glass? The bounce pass?
The fast break.
Yeah, he almost jagged it. The ball went in.
Yeah. It kind of jangled around.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did. But I think Isaiah just from being a more all-around point guard, I would say all around player. I would take Isaiah.
Because there was a defender right in front of him and shit. He bounced that shit right
He
in
bounced
front
right
of
in front of him. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, what?
like stupid, bro. But yeah, man. Bi, once again, sorry.
We're gonna try.
Please tell these people what time it is.
The trade yourself, man.
Trade
The trade
your
yourself
motherfucking self.
segment of the day. Where I'm gonna go ahead and actually this time make it about a player who actually need to trade themselves.
Okay.
A throwback little concept that we used to do.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard, man, go ahead and get on up out of there. We done said this a million times, man.
Get the fuck
Uh,
out of here.
hey, man, this is a reality. We all been knew he was supposed to go. He make it sound like now he might just mother effing go. Dame Dollar, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a consistency, man. These months us right here. But yeah, man, as far as the perfect landing spot, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple ideas, but like, yeah, man, he's just going to get on up out of there. There's too many teams that he can help right now that could use his services. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know about the Knicks. I've heard some people say the Knicks. I don't see that.
Miami.
But I think Miami is the absolute.
Take Jeremy Grant with you.
His demeanor
Mm-hmm.
is perfect for that team.
Take Jeremy Grant with you.
Or
And then
or-
y'all need a 7-footer who can shoot but like the bang motherfucker.
Or actually even Boston. If it seemed like Jaylen Brown doesn't, I mean, I know they can offer him the supermax, but Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown doesn't give me the impression that money necessarily move him like that. I feel like, I mean, he gonna get paid regardless, but I feel like happiness, you know what I'm saying? To me, I think winning is more important.
Yeah.
So I could see Boston if they say, you know, that doesn't work out, or maybe do like a sign and trade where they sign and then, you know, trade him to Portland, then he gets the opportunity to be the man, you know, and then possibly him, Anthony Simons. They also have the kid Sharp there. They also have the number 3 pick. So I mean, I could see that working out where you let Dame go. It sounds like they are going to take the gentleman that you said at that number 2 pick out of Alabama. Scoot's going to be right there with that point. You can bring Scoot in, the same type of style, scoring combo guard. I think that could work out for Portland. Send him to Boston. I think that's they finally get a point guard that can run. They can run everything. You put Marcus Smart at the 2, or honestly have him come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You got White at the 2, and then I think Jason Tatum. I think that opened things up for him, and then because he's not really an alpha. Dame has no problem being that alpha.
And that works for Boston, kind of.
Yeah.
But when you talk, is that what Jaylen Brown want to do though? If I'm Jaylen Brown playing for championships with Boston, why do I want to go to Portland?
It sounds like Jaylen Brown might want to be the man, similar to how Kyrie
In Portland, you remember the man of Portland though?
Hey,
Shit,
Hey.
Carmelo went to the Knicks.
hey,
The Knicks though, that's New York.
yeah. I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know.
That's New
You
York.
correct.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about Portland here.
Hey,
I mean, no disrespect to Portland at all.
Yeah,
You
hey.
know what I'm saying? I heard it's a dope ass place to be
Yeah.
honest, but like if you playing basketball, that puts you in the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With the biggest monsters in the league, competitive wise, you ain't seeing the finals anytime soon. And with Boston, if you stay there at least, you know what I'm saying, and work it out somehow, you can be back in the finals next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why the hell would I go to Portland just basketball wise? It just don't even seem to make sense to me.
No, I'm saying if there was like a sign and trade.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm just saying, like, if I'm dog, I do not want to go there. I'm just saying.
Who you saying he trade themselves with Dame Dollar as well, or who you think?
Nah, Chris Paul. Man, listen. Let's go ahead and take that gentleman ball and just retire for him. You ain't been healthy ever. Okay? You entering your 56 years
Damn.
over. I'm just saying, fam.
Damn.
It's like, fuck, what did you still looking for? Like, I understand you got a big contract, you want your money, but at the end of the day, man, call it what the fuck it is, boy, you old. God damn it. Even Gary Payton knew when to hang it the fuck up. You tipping his numbers. Chill out, man. Come on, bro. Listen, you injured every fucking year.
How much money he turned down if he just quit? This motherfucker finna get like
It ain't just quit, just retire, fam. They trying to trade you as we speak.
Like 40-something million.
They don't want you there,
They're trying to release.
I'm playing ball.
nigga.
He
He
owe me $40-something million.
Listen,
You are not
no,
walking
no,
away.
no,
But
no,
you
no,
want to go
listen,
play for
listen.
some other team where they're not competitive or something?
No,
I
do
that or
do
something, but
do
I'm
what
not
you're
walking
supposed
away.
to do. Take a graceful ball out and go coach a goddamn high school team. That's all the fuck
And
you need
leave
to
all
go do
this
right
money
now.
on the table.
Nigga, if they release him, all that money's still left on the table. It don't matter. If they release him, they talking about just cutting the nigga.
They gotta buy him out.
Right.
I'm about to say,
I get it. Okay, but I get it. But you gonna have to do that if you really think somebody gonna beat you over the head for a trade to come get this 47-year-old player.
Motherfuckers want him.
He's 38. He's the same age as LeBron.
I get it, but we talking about two different body types, bro.
Right. You would right.
No. We talking about LeBron can still give you a 20 and 10 night. Chris Paul not giving you no 20 and 10 nights like this. Maybe on an exceptional good day, but not on a consistent basis. LeBron averages this. This is why he is one of the greats. I'm not saying Chris Paul isn't a great, but there's time to just be like respectfully bow out.
And he don't have to be a great to be on a championship team.
And ain't no championship
He can
team.
come off the bench.
No championship team is gonna waste their time picking up on those.
You don't think he'd be a good bench player?
No.
To run the second unit on the championship
No,
team?
bro,
he would.
because that's what his role was now, and he failed
No,
at
he was
that
starting point guard.
Point guard.
until what happened.
Right, but no. But
Nigga,
no.
your body ain't been with you for the last 8 years. That's what I'm saying. I understand what y'all saying, but listen, the best part, your best ability is availability. You sitting here and you being an assistant coach every fucking year. Call your duty. Be an assistant fucking coach. That's all I'm saying. Get a head start on what you gonna do. I'm just saying, I love Chris Paul as a player. But you gotta understand, when your body's not with your mind, you gotta hang it up. And his body is not with his mind. It is failing him every year. If you injured every fucking year, fam, what is you benefiting to my team? Oh man, Chris Paul is present. Yeah, if you doing that, you might as well be an assistant fucking coach. Get a leap on what the fuck you need to be doing right now. Your calling is out here telling you. Your body is failing you. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, hang it up, bro. We would not be mad. There's a lot of great niggas that ain't got no fucking rings that came in here. I could list off a handful of them. And what do? They either announcers or they coaching. Hang it up, man. You had a great career, baby. Just because you ain't win the chip, we ain't going to be mad at you. Great career.
I don't know, man. I say keep as long as you keep playing, keep playing. I understand what you're saying about injury, but I think
Every year, though.
Right, I understand that.
You ain't gave me a healthy year since when?
Right, I get.
Since the Pelicans?
No, I get that. I get that, but
Pelicans, New Orleans, the Hornets.
No, he was actually with the Rockets. He played well. So but he got hurt. But he played well. But
I know he plays well, but as you say, every he got hurt.
No.
Every season end with that. Like he played well that whole season. He got hurt.
I told you.
That's all.
I don't even know how this conversation.
I overstand that, but I guess my only rebuttal to that would be I think if you were to put him in a lesser role, as to where you're not asking a 38-year-old Chris Paul to be your starting point guard.
That's the whole thing.
You put him. You have him. You reduce those minutes from say 28 to 32 minutes. We just need you for 12 to 14 minutes. And then I think that less stress on his body. Then I don't think the injuries is that much of a concern because you're not asking this 38-year-old to be our starting point guard. We simply just need you to come in fourth quarter, possibly run the second unit. Fourth quarter, we need you to maybe hit a clutch shot. We need you when it's the end of the game. We need somebody that's gonna go to the line and hit some clutch shots.
Okay, and I agree with that.
So that's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
And I agree with that. But on the reflector, I have to piggyback off that. How many times have we seen a healthy Chris Paul in that situation not take them shots and fuck up that situation though? Let's do the reverse of that because we've seen him play well, but we've also seen him not play well too.
He still be. We've never seen him in that role. We've never seen him.
We have though.
When was Chris Paul ever come off the bench?
With the Suns. with the Suns, they had to limit his minutes. So when they was pulling back on minutes, he was coming off the bench trying to do the same thing he was saying.
But
he was coming out there and he's 1 for 6.
Right, but he was
2 for 9.
Yeah, coming back from injury though too.
Right, he was right. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
And then once again, like I said from the jump, he always fucking injured. You sitting back, coming back from an injury, you stay fucking injured. You
All right,
always,
man,
I'm just saying, bro.
Even though you're talking ourselves in the circles, man.
Because it's always gonna revolve around the injuries.
You know what the reality of Chris Paul is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We just don't want to come to grips with it the same way he don't.
That's
and we
all.
want to see the man win.
I do too, but hey, be real with yourself, bro. We realists. I'm sorry, man.
Hey,
Assistant coach.
Saturday night, man. We gotta pay these bills.
Bulls to take it.
It's nice out.
Sure
It's
would.
nice out, man. Go check out Cuzzo if you're in Lacrosse, Wisconsin area. Over on Lacrosse Street, King KO Car Wash, man. Do great detail work inside, outside, undercarriage, engine. Gonna get your car looking spectacular. So check out King KO over there on Lacrosse Street. Also, Saturday nights, man, if you're hungry, man, you got the munchies, want something good to eat, don't feel like cooking, who do, it's nice out. Man, go check out Press Break, man. They got the cheesy nachos, cheesy beefs, all that good stuff, man, downtown, Lacrosse, Wisconsin, Press Break. And also, man, download that app if you haven't already. Bump that radio, man. Download that app. Go check out my boy Detroit Manuel, trying to bring music back like how it used to be. Not your ordinary DJ.
Not your ordinary
Also,
DJ.
man, Captain Kush, man, if you out there, man, always messing with us, check out our brother Captain Kush, man, does great artwork, great t-shirts, great merch, man. Check him out. And please, please, please subscribe, like the video, man. Subscribe. You can find us on YouTube at Old Heads Sports Podcast. Also Hendo, Hendo, Hendo on YouTube. And we shortly gonna be on Spotify, man. So we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Old Heads episode 56. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello, all that good stuff, man. I'm going to go ahead and let these brothers lead us out, man. But episode 56 has been fun as always. Same time next week, coming from the basement, man. Go ahead and let these brothers exit us out.
Be out, man. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Honey Pack Henny, man. You already know. Hey, if you in here, you need some of your kicks done, man, make sure you stop at Breath of Fresh. Go holler at my man Focus. And if you need some motherfucking new dunks or some Yeezys, make sure you go holler at my man JV at the Closet over on 50 King, man.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise,
Yes,
we
sir.
out. Another great episode, man.
Another great episode.
Catch us next Saturday. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Man,
Appreciate
subscribe,
everybody.
Subscribe.
What's up?